Stylist John here, on a mission to help you be the best you. Are you tired of walking around with your
How you doing? My name is John Taylor. I'm a licensed barber cosmetologist in the St. Louis region. A year ago on my TV show, I Can Get You Fly, I spoke on a number of different things prophetically, and some of the things that I spoke about was how the barbershop in the black community is the cornerstone to the community. Why? Because I myself am a barber, and as I was growing up, I was mentored by barbers. My first barber was my dad's friend. His name was Mr. Dave, and he had a shop off of Holdermine. And for me being a very small child, I want to say 2 up until I was probably about like 11, he cut my hair before he had a stroke. And in the barbershop, I had a lot of fond memories, and he treated me like I was his son because he was my grandfather's friend. So every haircut that I had a great experience. I received a lollipop, but I also received a loving welcome, and I received wisdom from him. And my mother was very fond of him because, you know, I don't know if you've identified a child's behavior when they're sitting in a chair, but depending on the barber's personality and how the barber's energy is, some children will sit still and some won't. I always sat still with Mr. Dave because he cared about me and he was a level of influence in my life. And he's part of the reason why I'm a barber today, outside of my grandmother, who gave me a lot of wisdom in the cosmetology industry, my mother, which gave me a lot of wisdom in reference to cutting and styling, and my general family. I also had another mentor named Mr. Mack. He used to run the Missouri School of Barbering, and he was like a father figure from the age of 13 up until I went to college. And Mr. Mack would always welcome me into the barber school. He would speak to me like a son, and he would greet my mother, give my mother a hug, and he was always very respectful. And I used to watch the barbers in the mirror when they were cutting my hair. And one day Mr. Mack said, you know, you would make a great barber. And that always stuck with me. I had family members telling me that because I was always in the mirror looking at myself and changing my hair, if I changed my hairstyles all the time, that I would make a great barber. So the mentoring that I received as a young man growing up is what built and shaped what I wanted to be. So what is Cuts and Conversation? Cuts and Conversation is a community service project designed to help plant positive seeds in the minds of the youth by using a haircut. A haircut will help refresh a young man's appearance, bodily image, and help overall performance with school, home, and life in general. Why? Because people pay attention to our appearance, and if your appearance is very neat and tailored, your behavior is going to be neat and tailored. Why? Because the first thing a person looks at is your outer appearance. If you look good and you feel good about yourself, you're going to represent yourself in the best light. Why do we want our young men to represent themselves in the best light? We want our young men to represent themselves in the best light because doors open up by having positive conversation. Doors open up by having a positive appearance. My goal as a mentor is to help keep young men out of prison. My goal as a mentor is to help the murder rate in St. Louis go down by planting positive seeds, which opens the door for you to learn new skill sets, get new skills, trades, a better understanding, and increase your education. And when your conversation is positive, and when your appearance is positive, God begins to open up doors for you because we are men of influence and women of influence. We have the ability to create change. And so my mindset is either you're going to be a hero or you're going to be a villain. Either you can help make the change or you become a problem of the change. I would rather be someone that helps to promote a positive change. I would rather be the hero than the villain.
Hit my celly, hit my line. I can let you fly. Whatever the cut, whatever the style, whatever the brain, I can get you fly. 314-359-5499. Hit my celly, hit my line. I can let you fly. Whatever the cut, whatever the style.